Good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Mildenhall and Districts. And today is Tales of the Unexpected today. So this is the story between the manufacturer, the retailer, and the consumer. And if you're intrigued by this, then stay tuned to find out more, because this promises to be a pretty interesting video and an eye-opening video. And the first thing I want to say to you is that I am not paid in any way, shape or form by anybody. This is all about my experiences that I've had, and I'm telling you how it is from what I've experienced. And to be honest with you, like I said, I think it's going to be quite eye-opening. So where do we start? So on Wednesday, excuse me, I was watching a video on YouTube, and this was a video by Penrith Road, who I follow, and he was showing off, among other things, with his Apple 59, but he was also showing something that was totally unexpected to me and totally new to me, that I was totally unaware of. And he was showing off the new Hornby Biomass Drax wagons, and we're rolling them around on this layout. And he's not one much for talking, but he did mention that he did get them from Olivia's Trains. And I haven't actually seen them or heard of them being advertised anywhere. And I really like these, and I wanted to get them the first time round. And this is the second run of the same type of wagon, but different livery. Because the first ones were grey, and I believe they were like £70 each or something like that. I think they were about £70 each, and that's for one wagon, which was just like crazy money. And they just went for hotcakes, especially back in that time. £70 for one, that was just absolutely crazy money. Anyway, he mentioned that he got them from Olivia's Trains. So I had a look at Olivia's Trains, and I saw how much that they were asking per pack, and which was £100 per pack. Now, to me, it's like I couldn't really afford that. And to be fair, I guess in this day and age, you think £50 per wagon probably isn't too unreasonable. But stay tuned, because what follows is pretty unreasonable. Now, to me, that £100 per pack, and there's 2 packs, so 2 twin packs, so it's £100 for 2, and there's 2 packs of them. And I just thought that was the going rate. So anyway, on the Thursday, I decided to go and see Paul. And I went to see Paul to get a new back seat. And here is said back seat. This is GM708 from Gagemaster. So this is a new one. This is the same one that's on the back of the nuclear flask terminal, except that this one is the 00 gauge version, because the N gauge one really isn't cutting the mustard for me. I'm not really feeling it, so I'm going to put a bigger one on. And there's going to be more changes down that end in any case. So that'll be for another video. But that was the reason why I went to see Paul, and also to get this. I'll just quickly show you. There's another little Mini Cooper for the layout. So anyway, and I had it in my head that I was going to go there to get this, go in the store, go straight out, and go straight to work. But I did have a little bit of time to chat to him, and he was quiet at the time, and he asked me about the Accurascale. He said, "Oh, have you seen the new Accurascale 92s, all singing and dancing and all this kind of stuff?" And I'm like, yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, they're great, absolutely, but I can't afford that. If I was to get anything, I'd love to get those Biomass Drax wagons by Hornby, but I didn't even know they were out. And they're exclusive to Olivia's Trains, and I'm not paying the money that they're asking for. So he said to me, so he went round the back and then he came round the front and he said, "What, you mean these?" And he showed them to me. And this is pack number 1. And the difference between the packs is the design on the image. So this one's got like the jet engine. I think it's jet turbine engine or something like that. Anyway, I don't know what that is exactly. I'm just assuming it just looks like it. And the second pack has got a different design, which is that one. And the R numbers are R60176 and R60177. So Paul showed me these wagons, and he said to me, he said to me, "How much are Olivia's trains charging?" And I said, "Well, they were asking £100 per pack. That means £100 for this one and £100 for that one." So he then said, so I said to him, "Why? How much?" I said, "Look, I can't afford it anyway." And he said to me, "Well, I might be able to spare you. I'll be able to spare you a pack." And I said, "No." I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "Because I want a rake. There's no point me buying a pack, because I mean that's just going to look ridiculous. So there's no point." He said to me, "Yeah, but you'd be a pack of each. So that'd be 4, but it's still too short." And I said, "Look, no, don't worry." He said, "Look," he said, "I'll tell you what. Let me sort out the pre-orders, and basically I'll get back to you in a few days if you want." And I asked him. I said to him, "So how much are they?" So there's the kicker. Hornby are retailing them, or the recommended retailing price for this twin pack each, not £100, but £50 per twin pack. That makes these wagons £25 each, £49.99 each pack. So that's £25 per wagon. And these wagons are stunning. They really are. Like I said, they're absolutely gorgeous. Let's have a look at them. Oh, sorry. Let's have a look at that now. I'll probably put them on the layout so you can have a look afterwards. So, okay. So I said, so he said, "I'll leave it with me," and all the rest of it. But I knew that time was of the essence. Anyway, the following day I popped in and I said to him, "Look, what's the score with these wagons?" Because I just wanted to know, because I'm trying to plan stuff around these wagons, or whether I can afford them or not, or try and... And then he basically moved the goalposts, and this is where I got really upset, because basically he said to me that I could have the first 2 packs for £50, and then if he can spare me the other 2 packs, that would be a different price. He never actually told me what the price was going to be, but it wasn't going to be the £50. He said that, because we're having to limit them because we don't want people taking liberties and then selling them on eBay and overinflating the price and all the rest of it. And he said, "Look, because you're a regular customer, you wouldn't be paying £100, that's for certain, but you'd be paying somewhere between the 50 and 100. And I was absolutely disgusted, to be honest. I was really mortified by this. I was really angry and seething, and in fact I still am, because I spend a lot of money in this shop, and I tend to buy everything in his shop if I can, because I believe in supporting the local retailers. But I honestly think that this is totally bang out of order for any retailer to do this. If the retail price of something is at £50, then all of those wagons, however many quantity they have in their stock, should all be sold at the same price. If they want to sell it at £100, then again, all that stock should be sold at £100 a pack regardless. But to turn around and say, and give me the impression that I was going to be paying £50 per pack and then move the goalposts over, that to me is not on. It's bang out of order. And I'll say it how it is. I've been shopping with him for a long time, and this has put a serious dent in my sort of customer and buyer experience with him, because he's saying that Hornby haven't made enough haven't supplied enough to meet the demand, and what they're trying to do is basically limit people to buying so more people have the opportunity to buy them. But I don't see the point, because anybody with a decent sized layout isn't going to want to just buy one pack. They're going to want to buy multi-packs. But if you're going to restrict them to buying just one pack of each, who's going to want that? So, to be honest, I'm still seething. I'm just really, really angry about it. I still am, because I just think that's not the way to do business. If you're going to sell something for £50, then you sell it for £50, and that's it. If you're going to sell it for £100, then sell it for £100. But sell something for £50 and then sort of go, oh yeah, but that's just a limited time offer, and then it will go up to whatever. It's just bang out of order. So he said to me, oh, you can have two today at £50. So I went, okay, let me go away and think about it. So the other thing about these wagons is that they're part of the Hornby tier system. And I thought that they were exclusive to Olivia's trains, but they weren't. But they are exclusive to tier 1 stockists of Hornby. Now, I've had a look on their website, and I cannot find, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm not looking in the right place, but I cannot find any kind of listings of the stockists of the tiers. So I couldn't tell you which stockists unless you physically phone them or try and find out. You don't know. And it turns out Paul said to me that tier 1 stockists have them. But who are these tier 1 stockists? Who are these tier 2 stockists? Who is the tier 3 ones? You don't know, because on Hornby's website there isn't a list that I can see that shows who are the tier 1 stockists, who are the tier 2s, and here are the tier 3s. So who knows? You might live next to a local model shop and you don't even know whether or not they're a tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3. And why should you? Why would you? You're a consumer. So you want to go into the shop and you want these wagons, and you want to be able to go in and say, do you have these wagons? And they should be able to say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. But now you've got to know whether or not what tier they're in to find out whether or not they're even going to have them. And this is another oddity from Hornby. I really don't get this by Hornby. And like I said, their actions have affected my relationship with Paul in terms of my local model shop, because of my bad customer experience that he's now offered me. So he's, like I said, he said to me I can have a pack of each. So I left the store and I was doing an ahhing, and I decided to call Terry over at Hampshire Models. And I asked him about these wagons, and he said to me that he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know anything about it because he's a tier 2 stockist. But however, he did point me, and thank you so much, Terry from Hampshire Models. Big thumbs up. Hampshire Models of Basingstoke. Great guy. He pointed me in the direction of Antics Online. And I said to him, okay. It says apparently they may have some. So I said to him, okay, Terry, do you mind if I put the phone down and have a quick word with them? And they said, yeah. He said, go. So I phoned up Antics Online, I've dealt with them before. My vaccines that I've bought previously, the kind of oldie worldy ones that I used to have, and also my town scene ones, they've come from Antics Online. And so I've dealt with them before, so I knew I could trust them. So I phoned them up and I said to them, I asked them about these wagons, and they said, oh, hang on a minute. He said, yes, she said, we've received them today. I said, oh, fantastic. I said, are you going to be able to sell me any? Because obviously, apparently they're back on pre-order. I didn't even know they were available to pre-order. I didn't even know. So apparently, after they fulfilled their pre-orders, there were some left over. So she said to me, yeah, you can order a pack. So I said, okay. So I said, look, ideally, I'd like to order 4. But I was told by my local model shop that I can only have 1 pack of each. And apparently their view was exactly the same. Their view was, yeah, we're only limited 1 pack of each per customer. So this goes back to like being like COVID, you know, when you used to go into the supermarkets and they used to say, oh, you can only have 1 item of this or maximum of 2. But that's how it is. They said you can only have 1 item of each, 1 pack of each. And I said, right, okay. So I basically, no, I said, so I didn't ask them whether or not the subsequent amounts would have been higher, but again, I guess it wouldn't have been, because if they limited it to 1 pack per customer, then it still would be 50 quid. So in the end, I managed to secure another 2 twin packs from Antics Online, and they arrived today. So now I have a rake of 8 of these biomass wagons, because I bought the 2 twin packs from Paul and 2 twin packs from Antics Online. And I have to say, I'm really disappointed in Paul, because he said to me, you know, that this is because they're trying to stop people from selling it on eBay and all the rest of it, and overinflating the prices. But it's like I said, I just don't agree with that school of thought. And I don't know whether other retailers are doing the same, where I know, like I said, Antics Online are allowing you to only have one pack of each per person, but I don't know whether any other tier 1 systems are operating in the same manner, or whether or not they're saying, yes, the first 2 packs are 50, but thereafter it's an X amount. I don't know. To me, it's off, it's wrong, and it's not right. And for Paul to turn around and say that I'm a valued customer, and that he wouldn't be charging me the £100 that Olivia was charging, or those people on eBay are charging per pack, he would still be charging me somewhere between the £50 and the £100. And I don't know what that figure was, but he was making it out like he was going to be doing me a good deal, when in reality, I managed to secure another 2 packs from Antics Online for £50 a piece. So basically, I got all 4 of these packs for the recommended retail price of £50 per pack, not £100. And so after I bought that and secured that from Antics Online, I went back into Paul's shop to buy the 2 packs from him at £50. And then I proceeded to explain to him. He said to me, well, if you want the other 2 packs, I said, no, don't bother. I'm not interested no more. I said, I've already secured another 2 elsewhere. So thank you, but no thank you. So I've now got what I wanted at the price I wanted to pay, the price that I should have paid. And it is absolutely wrong that if anybody wants these, you have to go hunting around for them in the manner that I have done, because it's just wrong. It should be made available to people that want it. And I think it's just wrong that people just want to just inflate the prices just because they want to make an extra few quid. And I'm really disappointed with my customer service. And now I'm seriously considering what I'm buying for Paul and how much I'm prepared to spend with him now, because now I was such a loyal customer to him, and I really was. And I said to him on so many occasions, if you took secondhand stuff, I would have brought my secondhand stuff to sell to you, because I'd rather bring it to you than anyone else. But he doesn't do that. And I've also said to him that, you know, when it comes to special editions, say from Kernows or from Rails of Sheffield or Hattons or something like that, then obviously I can't buy it from him. That's when I'd go there. But generally speaking, 9 times out of 10, I'm basically shopping in his store. But now, because of this, I'm seriously disgruntled customer and really upset and absolutely seething about this whole process. Yes, I've got what I wanted, but this is not how it should have been. And I think it's really disgraceful between Hornby not supplying enough to meet the demand to begin with, also not being clear on their tier 1 system and, well, on their tier system as to who's in which tier, so you can have a quick glance as to know where your stockist lies or where your nearest stockist that might have it lies. You don't know. And this causes another problem, because what that does is basically it puts everybody onto Google. So if you now watch this video and you Google these items, you will get the same search results as everybody else who might have seen this video and want the same product. So everybody will be going to the same stores to find out whether or not they have these wagons, because the search engine will always produce the same search results. Whereas if Hornby had put on their website or something a listing of all how it's broken up, the tier 1, 2 tier, 2, 3, who's in which stores are in which tier, and you can look at it as a quick guide, you might be able to track around somewhere else which might have these items. And like I said, so I think it's bad from Hornby. I think it's bad from my model shop, but I got there in the end. But what I will say on a positive note is that these wagons are absolutely amazing, and we will have a closer look at these wagons on another video, because they really are amazing. In fact, we'll look at them now. I'll put some on the layout so you can see the 2 twin packs, because that way that will tie in with this video. So we'll finish off by spinning around and you can have a look at them on the layout. So here we are at Goswell Sidings, and I've only got 4 on show because the other 4 are exactly the same. What I will say to you is that these wagons are absolutely exquisite, and I'm not quite sure why the original ones were so expensive, but one seems to do product licensing, and then these 2 happen to be £50 for a twin pack, so it's 25 per wagon, which is absolutely crazy. These wagons are absolutely stunning. They are so beautiful, they're so well printed, well detailed, and I have to say, you know, for all the sort of flaws and negativity about this video, I have to say, on the positive side, the price is absolutely amazing if you can get them, and the detail and the artwork is also amazing too. There are no sprung buffers on this, but I'm not really too fussed about it. But you can see the detail on it. It looks absolutely grand. It really does. I mean, look at that. So this one and this one here next to it are both the same wagons, except basically the image on the other wagon, it's the image that's on the other side of this wagon. So basically this is one side of this wagon, and the image on this side is on the other side of this wagon. So basically the images are reversed, and like I said, it just looks absolutely stunning. It's a really well detailed model, well detailed wagon. It's absolutely gorgeous, it's stunning. Yeah, we'll have to see how well they run. And then what we'll do is we'll move along to the next 2, and it's the same. The images that you'll see on each of these two wagons are the same on the other wagon in reverse. So hopefully that is clear. So this is the image on this wagon, on the second pack. And on the other side, the image on the other side of this wagon is the one that you can see there. And I have to say, they are really, really beautiful. There's lots of artwork, there's lots of detail, there's lots of printing. They are just absolutely beautiful. Like I said, they haven't got sprung buffers, but I'm not too fussed about that. And like I said, you know, if you can get them for £50 a pack, twin pack, then be good. I think even, to be honest with you, at £100, it probably is still a relatively good deal by today's standards. But, you know, when you think that Acura Scale are doing twin packs for 75, maybe it isn't such a good deal. But when you know you can get them for 50 quid, a twin pack, that was the thing that bugged me. Once I knew that they were supposed to be sold at 50 quid, I was begrudging paying any more than that. So I'm just grateful. So, like I said, if you can get them for the £50 per twin pack, then, you know, like I said, that is positive. You know, they're well worth the money. So in summary, I love my wagons. I'm glad I've managed to get 8 of them. It's been a real hunt trying to get them, and a real faff trying to get them. But the overall thing is, I'm glad I've got them now. I'm not planning on selling them on eBay, and that's what I said to Paul. He said, look, I don't care what you say about people want to sell them on eBay. That's not what I'm going to do with them. They're going to be running on my layout. I would have sold this twin pack if, excuse me, if my other twin pack that I'd ordered online had fallen through, because I just want 4. So now I've got the 8 that I wanted, then that's fine for me. That's all I wanted, so that's great. So no, they're not going anywhere, they're staying here. So I have to say, I'm disappointed with Hornby, because I think Hornby should have produced a lot more than what they did. Should have made it more readily available and not just to tier 1 stockists. And if they are going to make it, do this kind of thing where they are going to make it to tier 1 stockists or whatever, at least on your website, you know, put a listing of all the tiers and who's in these tiers. So we as consumer can easily just go to that page and have a look and sort of see, right, these are all the stockists in this tier, all the stocks in that tier, and all the stocks in that tier. And then that will just clarify things and give people more of a shot of trying to get hold of them, because they know exactly which stockists are in that tiers. And like I said, I'm just disappointed in Paul, because to me, I valued my relationship with him in terms of, you know, we weren't just model shop and a buyer or a customer. We were actually good friends, and we still are, but it has tainted it in my view, because I just, you know, he has done a lot for me in the past, and I'm very grateful. But this is one experience which didn't go down too well in my book. And like I said, hopefully we'll just be able to draw a line under the sand. I've said what I've had to say about the way I've got these wagons. I'm not knocking the wagons at all, because they're absolutely amazing and they're beautiful to look at. They're brilliantly priced. But unfortunately, it's just the hassle of getting them, and the way that you are able to get them is just a real faff, and it's not on. You know, like I said, good luck to any of you who are looking at getting these. I was very, very fortunate. I wouldn't even be able to begin to tell you where to look as to where, because I suspect that as words got round that these things are out, that whoever did have them won't have them anymore. So anyway, until the next time, I'm sorry if this has been a bit of a negative video, but I think it's very important, it's like I said, to sort of explain this to you guys so you understand, because like I said, I'm not paid for any of this. I'm not getting any sponsorship to sort of highlight, and so I've got nothing to gain by being positive or negative. You know, to me, this is just my honest opinion, and not only opinion, but it's also fact. This is actually what happened to me. But now I've got these wagons. They're absolutely gorgeous. They really are. And one of the first trains that one of the first locomotives that I think I'm going to pull on here is actually, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you, so hang on there. Now I've got a lot of GBRF stuff, and I've been watching a lot of Biomass, so it isn't just GBRF. But the two main protagonists that I could see that actually do the Biomass trains, don't know, is either DB Schenker or GBRF. So, but one of my first trains, and one of the reasons that I wanted to do, is get one of my 2 Lima repaints on the job. Either this one, this tug, it's class 60095, and which I rebranded. And Richard, it does actually have instrument lights. So if you're watching Richard from New Junction, it does have instrument lights on this that I fitted prior to the 92. So now, I did it first. Me. Anyway, or another one that pulls it is this one, which is the GBRF Class 60. This isn't to be confused with the Hornby version. This is a Lima repaint. Transfers from Railtech. So I quite like the idea of seeing this. And actually, just to finish up on, these wagons aren't actually that heavy. They're not as heavy as the Dapper ones. These are definitely lighter. So I don't actually have a digital scale, and maybe I should get one. So when I sort of do these comparisons, I can actually give you actual weights. But you can definitely feel that these ones are definitely lighter than like the metal HIA wagons. So these are like plastic, I think, on the top, but I'm not sure if it's 100% plastic or not. But it's a good weight to them anyway, so they should still run really, really well. So until the next time, it's goodbye from Milton Hall. My apologies once again if it is a bit of a rant, but like I said, it is important to put you guys in the picture, because for me, I'm hoping that when you guys watch me and what I'm saying to you about explaining to you about my experiences, hopefully you think, Susanna's always genuine and always honest about what she says, because that to me is the most important thing. So, like I say, this is my experience of them. I haven't really seen anybody else put any videos up like this as to whether or not they've had dramas trying to get hold of these things or not. But some people do talk and some people don't, and I'm a bit of a yak person. So anyway, until the next time, it's goodbye from Milton Hall and Districts. Goodbye.